Fear warning, this is going to be a rambling type of video. I apologize. I have an ADHD and I go off track. I wanted to talk about like my favorite Montreal Canadiens players of all time, a bunch of other shit like that. So if you're in for this type of video, I appreciate it. Anyways, my three favorite Montreal Canadiens players of all time are Maurice Richard, even though I never saw him play. Carey Price, because he's the best goalie I've ever seen play. And PK Subban's number three, but I wouldn't put him as close to like Carey Price and Maurice Richard are one and two, but they're very close. And then PK Subban's like a distant third, but he's still one of my favorite players. I was devastated when we traded him for Shea Weber. I still think that was a stupid trade, but I understand why Bergevin did it. I just wish he wouldn't have PK, like he would have kept the duo of Subban and PK, because those were dynamic times in my Habs fandom. Those were when we were like those are like when we were beating the Leafs every year, not winning the Stanley Cup, but going deep in the playoffs, I think. We had that 2011 series against the Bruins. The reverse hip check PK did. So those are my top three favorite. If I expand it to five, I would add Ken Dryden number four. Ooh, who would be number five? I don't think I have a number five. I would just go with Patrick Wall because I like his feistiness. So if we go to five, it would be Richard, Price, Subban, Dryden, Wall. As you can see, I like goaltenders. Hee hee. Anyways, that is the first topic. What else did I want to talk about? See, I'm very forgetful. Oh yes, favorite players on other teams. I like Crosby, Captain Canada. I like McDavid. I think he's going to be the future Crosby. Hopefully he can win a cup soon so he doesn't leave Edmonton. I kind of like Austin Matthews. I hate that he plays for the Leafs, but I respect his game. Boston, I don't really have a favorite there. Ottawa, don't really have a favorite there. Buffalo, I respect Buffalo. I don't like Buffalo, but I understand what the fans are going through, where it's kind of like a shitty situation where they keep doing rebuild after rebuild after rebuild, and then they fail, keep failing, and it's probably going to be like another 3 years before they make the playoffs and to tear it all down this time. So I feel for Sabres fans. I know I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. We had the longest playoff drought too, so I understand where Sabres fans are coming from. It sucks when your team is really good and then you can't make the playoffs. Like you were really close. Was it 2020, the year everything got shut down and they had like 20 teams in the playoff? You were like 21st, and then they canceled your game with the Habs, so you couldn't make the playoffs, which I thought was freaking stupid. Like if they would have played that game, maybe the Sabres would have broken that streak, but they didn't because the NHL canceled it. So yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. My favorite hockey rivalries. I like Boston Montreal, obviously. Boston Toronto is good. The Battle of Ontario is always entertaining. Ottawa versus Toronto. I like Leafs versus Bruins. I wish they would both lose though, as a Habs fan. Uh, I like Blackhawks Blues. I always like Chicago and St. Louis's rivalries. Rather it comes Cardinals, Blackhawks Blues, and then favorite mascots. I do have a couple favorite mascots. I like Youppi, obviously, because he's a Montreal. I like Gritty. How can you not like Gritty? I like the Leafs mascot. I forget his name. It's like the polar bear. Uh, do I think? Last topic. Sorry for this rambling video, but it's going to be a long one. You all said you wanted longer videos, so let's see. What else? I wish I could. If there's one thing I wish I could have seen in the NHL, it was a game at the Montreal Forum. Like, I never been to the Bell Center. I've been to Montreal, well, Quebec once, and that was in grade 8, so that was like a decade ago, because I'm 25, for users who don't know. But I wish I could have seen the game at the Montreal Forum, like when the Habs were really, really good, like in the 56 through 60 when we won four straight Stanley Cups with Rocket and Henry. And then there was the 70s teams, the late 70s teams where we won five in a row with the help of Ken Dryden, not Boom Boom, um, like all those guys. So I wish I could have seen when the Habs were dominating the league. Because I bet the Montreal Four would have been a rocket. I bet it would have been one of the most intimidating places in the NHL to play at. And I would have loved to be able to like talk to someone or experience it for myself, but there's no such thing as time travel. So I guess what I'm saying is I can't. Uh, Anyways, that is all for this rambling video. I guess that's if you like more of this and want me to ramble some more, be sure to hit like and subscribe and be sure to follow and sub.